Meal times are the key points and the key times for socialising in a dementia unit. At breakfast time, that's where you get to say good morning to your friends at your dining table. Lunchtime, hello again, and dinner time, we made it through the day. So it's a nice time to be able to socialise, connect, reconvene, and of course discuss what it is that you're eating. I mean, that's always a good topic of conversation. Take porridge in the morning. Is it hot enough? Is it too lumpy? Have we got cream this time or not? Can we get brown sugar? On it goes. And if there's more than one person at the table wanting the same thing, chances are you're more likely to get it. Now, socialising, of course, depends to a large extent who the people are that you're with at your dining table. But generally, staff try and put like-minded, like cognition level people at the same table, so that if a person is able to communicate and discuss, then they'll put other people at the table who have a similar level of cognition, engagement and communication ability. Often, you get the school teachers together, the nurses together, often the nurses and school teachers together, maybe the secretaries, former secretaries. And so this way you're with most of the people being elderly women with Alzheimer's in their mid-80s and upwards, then that's what the key groups will be at the dining table. But there's going to be variations of that, of course. I mean, you do get one or two aggressive ladies, and they're the people that you really need to be wary of. You really need to make sure that your mother, your parent or father, is not at the table with another aggressive dementia resident. And if they are, get your mother moved, because it's too stressful for them three times a day to be with someone who's just, so easily provoked, or even without being provoked, becoming aggressive. I mean, these dementia residents really need to sit on their own in the dining room, and they will in time, but if a complaint is made, then they're more likely to be moved on, and your mother or parent to have a nicer, calmer time at the dementia unit dining table. Now, there's some exceptionally good dementia residents who make a big effort for others. There was one particular man at the unit where I worked, and he had been in the forces. He was generous, kind, magnanimous. He was the only one that would sit at the dining table with this one aggressive woman, and everyone was grateful, including the staff, because she even used to throw plates around the place, which is terrible. And he wasn't fazed. He must have been through a lot in his life, because plates were flying, this was happening. Calm down, dearie, calm down. And he put his hand on his shoulder. Fear never flashed across his face. He was never concerned for his own safety, always wanting to help others. Now, people like that, if they can be nearby your parent, either at your mother's table or nearby, it's a great solace and security for them. So it's just like seeing the lie of the land, seeing the temperament and personality of the people. And if your mother can be with her best friend, if she's developed a best friend, or if she just has a casual friend, even if she can be at the table with them, is she maybe her next door neighbour in her room? Maybe she's become good friends with her. Can she be at the same table with her if they get on well? That may well facilitate a friendship. So just get to know the residents, their background, their interests, their likelihood of getting on with your mother, seeing if they're getting on already or not. If not, can you facilitate something, and discuss this with the staff so that you can at all costs try and foster positive relationships for your parent, so that they can be happier and have a nicer time in a dementia unit, because it does take encouragement. I mean, sometimes it happens automatically, but encouragement does go a long way with people with dementia, because they've lost confidence a lot of the time. Their speech is not as good as it was. They find it hard to get the words out. Whereas if you're there at the dining table with your mother, encouraging and facilitating conversation, chatting to the other woman, getting to know everyone, making it a nice friendly lunch for everybody concerned, then that's a nice way for your mother to be included in with the group. And of course, if you've got a lovely, chatty, smiley, friendly daughter, then the other women at their table are going to admire that and of course bring you along in a friendly way as a result. So there's many ways to be able to foster friendship, and as much as you can, do that so that your mother can have a more settled time. And the thing is, like, it's a long day, isn't it? Like, they get up at 6 o'clock often, but social time anyways, from 8 in the morning breakfast right through to 6 at night dinner, socializing that whole time. So that if you're sitting by someone who's a friend, say your next door neighbour or your dining table friend, and you've got that solace and camaraderie, it's a much more relaxing day. It's much more relaxing when you can sit by someone that you know well, that you get on with, compared to a stranger that you don't know and trying to make conversation when you're a bit shy or lacking in confidence. It's not so easy. So these are just some of the ways to be able to facilitate friendships and get things, going for your parent in a dementia unit. So much can be done, and it really is worth putting in the time, effort and energy, and not just sort of hoping that it will all work out, because that's probably expecting a bit much. Whereas if you can come in, go to the meals, go to the activities, get to know the other residents, facilitate friendships, maybe you can get, you've got to know one of the other regularly visiting relatives who comes at the same time as you each week. Maybe their mother gets on with your mother, or maybe they were both former teachers and you can connect in there. So you can get on with the daughter, and then both mothers can get on as well. And that means when you visit, you can have a cup of tea together and a chat together, and makes for a nice time. So I've written about these topics and more in these 2 books: The Resident's Voice, everything you need to know going into a dementia unit for a relative, and The Resident's Rise, all of what you need to know for a relative already in a dementia facility, and the challenges that come up and positive practical solutions for that. And they're on Amazon, ebooks popular, and my website, pietavalentine.com. So thank you so much for your support and your likes and all these wonderful comments coming in on YouTube and TikTok. Really good comments and ideas, really positive practical ideas about how to help. There was one particular one just recently on TikTok. Fee was saying how to encourage those dementia residents who have trouble drinking, the protein drinks, thick protein drinks. Just say to them, oh look, I've made you this special chocolate drink, maybe put some ice cubes in it, special chocolate drink, one for me, one for you. We can both go out and have a nice time on the veranda drinking our nice cold chocolate drinks. Put the sun hat on, sun cream on, sit on the veranda, fresh air, sunshine outside, drinking the lovely chocolate smoothie. Now that completely changes the perspective of the drink compared to sitting at lunch crowded in with this thick warm drink that you're trying to swallow, that you've got no digestion for, compared to it being a little bit colder and out in the sunshine having a nice cool rich drink with your relative or daughter is a lovely experience. And this can just change the perspective and the orientation and encourage the appetite of the person from that point on. So thank you for your likes and support and subscriptions, and please subscribe, those of you that haven't, because it really helps get this little fledgling platform up and running. Thank you.